know what I love is this weird like fligadoo that it's doing right here.
You like my fligadoo?
I like your fligadoo.
It's
Matthew,
real
you like my
nice,
fligadoo?
you know? I was gonna speak out against it, but frankly, it's alluring.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
can't speak out against that.
So you guys know where you are. You know what we do. So let's just jump in there.
It's a
Figure it out.
talking table.
Hullabaloo.
I'm not gonna explain it to you.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
I love a good
that's
candy
stuck
cane.
to the table.
Muffin Nuffin says, is there a particular smell or taste you associate with a childhood or adult memory, like home-cooked foods or a drink you used to like?
Oh.
I got one that always like springs memories of nostalgia into my head. My baseball field growing up had a very distinct, the concession stand just like wafted into the air, just burgers on the grill. They had those horribly like just sugar-coated gumball baseballs
Love
that you could
it!
get. Oh man, yeah. If I smell that, I'm like, home, home.
I'm trying to think. There's like a lot of different things. One of the big ones was there's this place called Chuck E. Cheese.
I've never heard of
heard
it.
of it.
I've never heard. What is that? Is that a
But actually,
record store?
what I was gonna say is there's Chuck E. Cheese, and that's for all the kids that grew up comfortable. And then there's this place called Pizza and Pipes, where it was this horrible fucking
Pizza and
Pipes is this place
Is it
that
just
I went.
pizza and glory
And, no,
holes?
it's pizza and an old
Served through
80-year-old woman, an 85-year-old woman playing a pipe organ, and you'd put a request in a bin, and it'd be like, and it was just this place that we went because it was the dirt cheap pizza.
That sounds
and
like
for
a
some,
horror movie.
It does sound like a horror movie.
Wait, but how
we
did
went
you
there a
know
lot.
that? How did you know what song she would know to make requests?
Because they would literally be like, no. Like, it wasn't even, it was just like, no.
On top of Old Smoky, I can do that one.
No.
You requested Thriller. I'm gonna play you Happy Birthday.
I don't know. She'd play Happy Birthday all the time too, because there'd be all these birthdays there. But I don't know if you've ever seen, like, pipe organs are huge. They're just these huge things. So it'd just be this.
Just foul
you are
coffee.
hating this
Just
coffee.
foul.
Just stop drinking the coffee. Every time you take it, you're literally hit. You got hit by it
You're
every
so
single time.
upset, man.
It's bad.
It's like
It
the
is
coffee
horrible.
filter was composed of like butts that somebody collected out of just outside of grocery stores.
You haven't
Yeah.
tried this? Have you tried any cigarette coffee?
Man,
It's
this is my
kind of a
shirt.
BD.
I'm a wreck today.
You
Oh my God! What did you do?
Oh man!
Did you drop your shirt in a shredder while you're dropping your
This
phone
is
in the
just-
water?
That's just
Where he
overtime, man.
lives.
My
This
son
is just-
headbutted me last night, so I got.
You're just having a week, Beretta. Oh man.
Happy holidays!
Yeah. What
So
about you?
pizza
Lee?
and
What's
pipes.
some pizza and
Pizza
pipes?
pipes. That's it's just like the smell of shitty pizza
of the
and
pizza.
kids' sweat.
Okay. For me, it has to be the smell of microwaved Hebrew National hot dogs.
That's the. I mean, I want to say that's the Jewiest thing you've ever said, but it's not. I know,
Well,
like that's the best thing ever. They,
yeah.
like Hebrew National.
Hebrew National,
because
they're kosher. They're all beef. They're
That's
all
what I be
beef.
hating. They're great.
They
Yeah.
are, and they're really delicious.
They're really
too.
delicious. But like to this day,
Little on the small
are
side,
they
little thin.
Are they pre-cooked?
Yes,
Okay,
they are.
it
No,
is safe.
I know. I
because
had
were you-
this
were you-
worry as
because
well.
they're
raw dogging it?
Well, no,
you-
there occurred a point in my teenage years where I recognized,
I love how intensely this ball moves every time you talk.
because I'm a very active speaker, where I recognized the fact that microwaves don't really cook things necessarily. It's when I learned like
it's
what they
just
do.
like-
Yeah, they just move
just
the water molecules.
eradicate it from the inside.
through radiation. So I was like, are these cooked? I've been eating raw hot dogs my entire life.
But don't you
and
just like, oh,
not like right out of the pouch. I would just slip it. It's still
did
got
that a
the
couple
dog
times
water
as a
on
I've
it.
done that a couple
Slip it
times as
into
a
the
kid.
bun, microwave it wrapped in a paper towel, and eat that with macaroni and cheese. And that was
Oh,
like
yeah,
that was
that's solid.
a Lieberman family staple.
that is it. Yeah, it is. It was one too. We were very poor though, so it was like either hot dogs or mac. Like you don't get.
Oh, you don't
both.
get
It
both.
was like Wednesday's that, Tuesday's that.
Do you want mac
Deal
or
with it.
cheese?
Oh, jeez. My sister-in-law, she's very, very health conscious, and literally I came over and I was like, hey, what's going on? Like, where's your microwave? And she's like, you don't want to know what that actually does to food. And I was like,
Okay.
I'll just continue on my journey
don't
of
wanna
microwaving
know.
everything in my life.
I
Yeah.
don't want to know what your microwave does.
I don't want to
Yeah.
know what
I know
your
what mine does. It
microwave-
makes
And
it
she
delicious
pulls-
and edible.
Mine gives me kick.
She pulls a tray out of her
No.
dehydrated mac and cheese
Just
bar.
basically, or they'll like heat. They're like, we heated up food for you, and I'm like, is that in the oven? Like, What is it, Christmas? What's happening?
Yeah, I just threw it on the range.
Just threw it on the range. Just pop that on the range and it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Ugh, mac and cheese and Hebrew National hot dogs. I love that you're like Hebrew National hot dogs.
Because it wasn't gonna be anything else, because they were all beef.
Because they were kosher too. Did you eat kosher growing up?
No. We never had like ham in the house. But like
We never
strangely
had ham in the house.
enough, we always had pork lo mein when we went to Chinese.
There we go.
But that was the only thing that was allowed. And then at some point, I think I was like 8 years old, my mom brought bacon home and she microwaved bacon. She's like, listen, this is bacon. I know you're not supposed to have it, but we're gonna have it today.
Listen, this is a
it's just like
special day.
Mommy's had a very stressful week.
So mommy got bacon, and you're gonna eat it. And my life was changed forever. And then ever since then, it's just been like hacking away at the walls of Judaism until there's nothing left. Like my temple has maybe like one wall left to stand on, like the real temple.
Yeah.
And it's that I won't eat just ham. I'll eat every other kind of pork, all the shellfish.
What? How is that? You're like,
But it's like
I'll
not
eat
even-
it sliced up and diced up like nobody.
Not even a Jewish thing. It's just because it's like it's pink and like just sliced pink meat seems strange to me.
Oh, it's delicious.
I don't eat pork because I've known too many pigs in my life.
I get it.
And I was really, it's
It's like
honestly
eating
like,
a friend.
yeah, it was actually like kind of a sad thing where it's less about like a high stance and more of like a, thank you, you're my friend.
Did you ever see the movie Gordy? Like not
Yes!
Babe, but Gordy?
The poor man's babe?
Yeah.
Yes!
It was a great movie.
It was a Gordy. Gordy!
Gordy was a pig, talking
so-
pig who got famous.
It's a fucking pig, man. And he talks, right? He'll name me, I don't know, he'll got like a tail and his name's Gordy or some fucking...
Wait, before you finish, you try
God dang it!
you try this coffee.
Woo!
Before you, just tell me, then you can finish your pitch. Is it? No, it's not just me.
I'm not kidding, this is dirt.
I'm sick though. Yeah.
Oh.
But if I drink
Why
it, then
are
you
gonna
can't
keep
drink anymore.
going?
Yeah.
Because it's there.
But here's the thing, right? Pig gets famous, right? Because he talks, right? And his parents, you know, they're
Is
getting
this
sent off to
babe?
the slaughterhouse.
It's not babe! It's not babe!
It's not babe.
It's Charlotte. Is it Charlotte?
No.
No!
Okay.
It's
It's
not
Gordy.
Charlotte's Web! It's Gordy!
It's Gordy.
Okay.
He teams up with this fat kid. You know, they're big pals. They're just palling around all over the country, talking together. You know, it's a big celebrity thing, right? And then, you know, there's this guy. He's not happy.
Did you just do coke?
Huh? All right. At Stay Peerless, Douglas Peerless writes, what is the greatest invention of all time besides the internet?
I don't think the internet's really that great of an invention.
He just shuts down. We just got.
I mean, sure, it will be the downfall of society.
I mean, you're pretty happy about that candy cane.
Fuck yeah, man.
I was told that I can't leave.
I was told that I can't. Probably just candy cane right now. But invention of all time?
Oh, fire's
Of all
pretty
time.
dope.
Fire's pretty dope.
I like,
wheel.
I like that wheel.
Let's go back to the telephone.
Suppose you don't invent
Ooh, the
fire. You
telephone.
stumble
Without the
upon
telephone,
fire.
you won't have the internet.
Yeah.
Telephono.
Ooh.
Airplanes.
I'm gonna go straight up electric light. Electric light. It extended human experience past dusk in a huge way. Huge
Way.
way.
I'm gonna say best invention of all time. God. Just kidding.
It's done so many good things for us. Let's just show a quick slideshow of all the wonderful things that God's done for humanity and
God.
society. Oh.
Okay,
Whoa.
wait.
Whoa.
Pragmaticus says, "What's your worst family vacation?"
That's
You know
my
what?
fucking brother.
Nuh-uh.
That's my fucking brother.
I got it.
Steve, you got it, and you got it on an episode that I did.
You're totally the worst. You might be getting the worst family vacation.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta think about it.
It's got to be about him now. It's got to be about your brother.
But it's usually about me though, because I'm super clumsy on family trips.
That's like
everyday life.
That's your Achilles heel. Super clumsy just on family trips.
We want to just come out covered in saran wrap next time and styrofoam. You're like, come on out, man. You see the Grand Canyon.
I almost drank it again.
God, just leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
It is
I'm gonna I'm gonna drink from it.
That way you can't.
If you drink from this again, you will get sick.
If you drink from the cup again, you need to take the paper off that.
I don't know how things work.
Oh no, this lady.
What's your worst round with kid? What'd I do?
You love it,
Oh,
don't you?
isn't it the worst?
He kind of likes it.
No,
he
he
loves
doesn't.
The pain. He loves the pain. He fucking loves the pain. Ooh, better than.
I'm gonna say this, and I know this is not the popular opinion. This isn't the worst coffee I've ever had.
Well,
Of course, it's not the worst coffee you've ever had.
But it's pretty terrible. It's roundly awful.
I'm gonna actually say the worst vacation that I've ever had because I said this one time and it got cut out of a table talk because it was too sad and depressing. So I'm gonna say it again and either welcome to the other side of the jump cut or I'm gonna say it again and you're gonna leave it in because that's integrity and there's no point in putting your honest and thoughtful opinions out on the internet if you're not gonna be tragically honest to the nth degree. I had a Make-A-Wish when I was 5 for my open heart surgery where they were like, oh, don't expect to take her home. I went into the gigantic hotel room full of stuffed toys, picked up a Donald Duck, turned to my mother and said, am I gonna die? And then cried the rest of the time. Every time I'd laugh and cry on a teacup ride, my siblings would turn to me and say, we're gonna miss you.
Oh.
That was the worst family vacation I had. And that is surpassing the time my 13-year-old older sister got her period in the middle of the Arizona desert.
She's gonna love that you put that out there.
She doesn't care. She's a doctor now. She's fine. Yep, that was it. She was literally would be in the teacups going, I'm gonna miss you. In hindsight.
Yeah.
Hindsight
Wow,
is
man.
so good, right?
Hindsight's 2020. Shouldn't
So
have had that many.
that
Hindsight's
is the
2020
God's
stuff.
honest truth of the worst family vacation
I had
ever
nothing
had.
that would even come close.
Yeah,
to
no.
I'm sure you do.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything that comes close to that.
Nope.
You don't know.
Sorry, Steve.
No, wait. You have to have one.
Well, no, I can't say the worst one because I found out that my brother shows my family everything now, and I'm about to go visit them for the holidays. When I imagine this is going to come
like
out.
a matter of opinion as
You
to
don't
why
want
it
to
was
put your
bad?
you don't want to put your family on blast?
No. I'm good. I'm gonna see them in a few days. I'm
Okay.
like,
Can you tell it like Goldilocks and the Three Bears? Like one time,
Okay.
this little group of bears. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do it.
yeah. Once upon a time, a Jewish clan headed upon the high seas
So
of Alaska.
obviously your family now.
Oh fuck! I thought that was the point.
That was the point. They went to Alaska?
They went to Alaska.
Just like do highlight words. Like,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, we'll
okay.
mad lib the
vomit,
rest of it.
Diarrhea.
rain,
Oh, okay.
illness,
Oh, yep.
alcohol, seasickness,
No.
crazy yelling,
No.
furniture,
What does that one have to do with it?
and crabs.
Okay. Ooh.
Edible, not sexual.
There we go.
Well,
Still. Man, all of that does sound like.
Very compelling.
Yeah, the furniture was a real one I didn't know about. He hurled up illness.
Guys, go
on
ahead and
crabs
fill out
on-
that story in the
Yeah,
comments down
you
below.
guys know what you think happened.
All right.
Don't.
Okay, or don't.
Epileptic mime.
Can we agree, Steve? Don't show this to mom and dad.
Hey,
You
Steve,
show them everything.
you don't have to do that. Steve, it's fine. Maybe work on Steve. Huh?
Dude, Steve,
Maybe work on Steve for right now.
just be you, bro.
Be you, but don't show mom and dad, because maybe just work on you.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
the epileptic mime wants to know, have you ever eaten something out of the trash bin? What was the item?
Oh, absolutely.
Immediate, no
No way around
hesitation. No hesitation.
No way around it. I have 110%, and it was indubitably cake.
So something entirely, wholly unwrapped.
It was like literally one of those things where I was like, you can't eat this. Fuck it. Toss it in.
Oh my god, my heart jumped into my throat for a second.
Did it almost get it?
I was like legitimately excited.
It was like less than an inch
Oh,
away.
God.
Lee. It just slipped right under it.
Oh god,
You
dang
just
it.
did a William Haynes. You went less than an inch away, Lee.
Just another thing, Trisha.
Trisha.
You really eat cake out of the garbage?
Raina.
Okay, but
Why?
I have to say, just that one, it was on top of the garbage.
Okay, well that plays a factor.
Okay, it does play a factor.
A factor.
It does play a factor.
One factor.
One factor. And it was one of those things where I was literally like, I'm not gonna fucking eat this.
Okay.
Like, just a little bit. But I actually remember.
Premature on the throwing it away.
Just a little premature. I remember coming home to my roommate, who is adorable and is maybe like 102 pounds soaking wet, and will be like, I just ate 4 McFlurries. And she's intense in that way. But I remember coming home and being like, where'd you get that candy bar? And she's like, like, what? You get those candies? I had a mini bag of Snickers and I just chucked it in the trash because I didn't want to eat it. And I just came home and it was just these like wrapper explosion. She's like, oh, left out. Just like chocolate. And I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
she literally was like, fuck it, okay. Like just like ready to go for it. And I'm like, I think those are on like a middle layer too. Like you had to have just seen the peeking of the wrapping. It was like,
Yeah, I can't tell if there's anything in it, but I have to know. Yeah.
No.
Oh
I have
boy.
to know. Have you never eaten any?
I'm sure I have. I don't have a
yeah.
specific, but
Childhood.
I know I'm not above it.
I have never. I have never.
don't think you've ever had
I have
in your whole
always
life?
been afraid of the trash.
Oh,
I've always been
a trash monster come and get you.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I was like afraid of Oscar the Grouch, but just the idea of eating something out of the trash has always been something to be avoided. There's just something wrong with it. I'm like, I have this
Somebody
irrational...
raised you right.
I have an irrational fear of things getting inside me, germs being one of them.
That isn't. It's not that
Oscar the
irrational
Grouch
fear.
being the other one.
Well, no, my brother was actually terrified of the Cookie Monster.
Oh God,
he's
he likes
voracious.
cookies. What's wrong with that?
Well, he had a nightmare. This is actually one of my earliest memories. Sorry, Steve. This is one of my earliest memories. My brother had a nightmare where the Cookie Monster was chasing him because he thought he was a cookie and he was gonna eat him.
That's all very fair.
And
That's an adorable
my
nightmare.
brother and I shared a bedroom, and I was still in a crib. And he woke up and he had a stuffed Cookie Monster in bed with him, and he freaked out. He threw it, and the hard plastic eyes hit me square on the noggin.
Maybe
and I
you're
woke
not-
up crying and confused.
Maybe you're not clumsy. Maybe Steve is clumsy.
Oh no, one time we got to go to Italy and I tripped 8 times in various places in multiple cities, and my family was having the greatest trip of all time.
They're like, we're
weren't they?
done. We're done with your Italy trip.
There you go.
I
Put the
love
eyes
it.
in there.
I know.
I once tried to jump over a chain, like that was maybe a foot off the ground, and my feet caught on it and I landed face first. I tripped going into an elevator. I tripped coming out of an elevator. I tripped and got like red sauce all over me the first day wearing a white polo. I tripped in the
What
Coliseum.
movie is this?
It's like
It's literally like trips around the world.
yeah.
It's this
No,
guy
it's just
that's
my
so-
trip to Italy.
Yeah, it's like a National Lampoon's My Trip,
My
to,
Trip to
Italy, but
Italy.
it was like later in the National
And
Lampoon's
like one
canon,
really
so
hot
it really
girl
wasn't
comes.
that good.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. And there's always some like weird naked scene where like a naked girl's like, "Ooh, like wanna come over here?" And you're like, "I do."
Kabam!
But I trip and I accidentally launch her out of the room through the window, and now I'm a murderer.
I know, I do love that when you're like, "Oh, you're dead."
Oh,
We watched Home Alone 2 the other night.
Oh, they're dead.
I was so mad. That's what I want to see on Mythbusters. I'm like, a 20-pound bag of cement fell on your head. And he's like, "Wing-ing-ing-ing-ing-ing." I'm like, no. You had voltages you turned on a sink and just electricity shot through your body. And you're like,
Well, there was that guy who got struck by lightning like 13 times.
Yeah, it was 7, I think,
I'm
right?
sorry.
7
No,
times?
it doesn't matter though, because then he had paint cans, and then he fell 30 feet. They fall and they go, "Oi!" reality. Like, I just want the
Bacon
reality
is brutal,
one.
but it's that pipe that comes
It's the
down.
pipe that comes down and it hits them and they're like, oh! I want a real one where it's literally just like blood coming out of his nose because of the internal bleeding. The immediate like
Get on it,
teeth and it's just
Mythbusters.
like, oh god, like, and then I love how at the end of it they're like, you kid! I'd be like, you're dead. Like, I'm gonna kill you right now.
But you're dead, so you can't.
No, but I'm just saying, if I had gone through all that and I was still living, I wouldn't be like, I'm gonna grab you, kid. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
kid,
if
I'm
you'd
gonna
gotten through
I would
the
literally
first
just be like,
one-
stab.
Yeah, if you lived through Home Alone 1 and you ever saw that kid again, you would be armed and you would shoot him
just
in
shoot
the
him.
head immediately.
Yes.
But he's so adorable.
And you
Like,
could go to your
oh,
therapist.
Look who it is, Mav. You'd be like, snap. Ah! Like,
You could go to your
I thought we were
therapist.
the wet bandits. I thought we were the wet bandits.
Jesus.
We're the child killers.
Oh, Jesus.
We killed children.
Home Alone 3, the
Finally,
child killers.
the years-long nightmare is over. I can move on with my life and finally become a dancer like I wanted.
I'm gonna go
wanted
find
to.
a pretty lady. We're gonna get married. I'm gonna have a family of my own.
And then
can't
I'm
have
gonna kill
children.
those kids before they can turn
No,
on me.
you can't have children. He's been kicked in the nuts so many
20
times.
Oh, and his wife leaves him, and then he goes on a crazy
oh, God,
killing
and he
rampage.
just kills every single McAllister there is. Oh. Also, the mom was like, I don't know where my kid is. And she's watching a movie in Florida. I'm like, your kid's in a car being taken and molested somewhere.
Home Alone is
You're
one
not
of those
freaking
movies
out.
where
she's
you
like,
go, oh,
He's
this
in
movie.
Chicago somewhere.
This movie couldn't have been made 10 years later
No.
when
No.
there were cell phones.
No.
Cell phones kill the plot of every
every movie.
Seinfeld,
Pre-95.
ruined by cell phones.
Ruined by cell phones.
Oh,
Because
hey,
it's all
you
about
there?
miscommunication.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
man.
thanks for watching Table
Sorry
Talk.
about that really dark end of table talk.
Yeah.
You would have killed him too. I would have killed him.
How are those stories about my family doing in the comments?
Yeah, looking pretty good.
Looking okay.
Ooh,
Cool.
boy.
Happy holidays and stuff,
Happy
guys.
holidays.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah. If you're Matt's brother,
Just leave it be.
I love you.
leave it
Also, wait, if you're
be.
Matt's parents and he does show it to you, know that your son Steve's a little iffy.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I love him.
See? Oh, God.
That's not what he said earlier. Remember
Yeah,
he
I
said
know. I
that?
was like, oh my
That's
God,
not
I
what
have a
happened.
list.
We were in a meeting. That's not what happens.
God would
He's
Kevin
like,
McAllister.
Yeah,
that kid.
but yeah.
I love my brother.
Kevin McAllister, that kid.
Yeah.